How long does a divorce take in New York? Divorce is among the most stressful events a family can face, and the time it takes to resolve a case can feel endless. In New York, the duration depends on how quickly papers are filed and served, whether spouses agree on key issues, and how the court's schedule aligns with their case. Understanding the legal process helps couples make informed choices, reduces uncertainty, and may shorten the journey. A divorce begins when one spouse files a summons with notice or a summons and complaint in the Supreme Court and then serves the documents on the other spouse within 120 days. The recipient has 20 days to respond if served in New York or 30 days if served elsewhere. Otherwise, the filing spouse can seek a default judgment. Automatic orders take effect immediately to prevent either spouse from transferring or hiding marital assets. A lawyer who understands these rules can make sure service is completed properly and that the orders are followed, preventing early delays. When spouses agree on all issues, such as property distribution, spousal support, and child custody, the case is considered uncontested. After filing and serving the paperwork, the timeline largely depends on how quickly both parties sign the documents and on the court's workload. Uncontested divorces in New York may be finalized in as little as 6 weeks, however, 3 months is more common, and there is no mandatory waiting period. Because uncontested cases move swiftly, they tend to cost less, and knowledgeable legal counsel can draft accurate papers so the court does not reject them. If spouses disagree over matters like child custody or the division of property, the divorce becomes contested. Contested cases usually last 6 months to a year, and often longer. The court holds a preliminary conference to set a schedule and deadlines. Discovery follows, during which both sides exchange financial records and other important documents. Experienced legal representatives can ask the court to compel a spouse who withholds information, but disputes like these add months to the process. Engaging a divorce lawyer helps ensure that deadlines are met and that evidence is gathered efficiently. New York allows both no-fault and fault-based divorces. A no-fault divorce requires alleging that the marriage has broken down irretrievably for at least 6 months. The court will not grant a judgment until the couple resolves the distribution of marital property, child support and custody, spousal maintenance, and legal fees. Fault grounds include cruel and inhuman treatment, abandonment for at least 1 year, imprisonment for 3 consecutive years, or adultery. Although citing fault may provide leverage, it requires proof and may extend the case. A settlement is the final step before the court issues a divorce judgment. If spouses agree on property division, child custody, spousal support, and debts, this process can be completed within 2 to 3 months. When major disagreements remain, settlement negotiations can take 6 months to a year. New York uses equitable distribution, dividing property fairly rather than equally, and applies the Child Support Standards Act to calculate child support. An attorney can protect a client's rights and help reach agreement without a trial. Other factors also influence timing. Couples with children must resolve custody, visitation, and support in ways that minimize disruption. Dividing assets and liabilities can be time-consuming, particularly in cases involving significant property or debt. Prenuptial or postnuptial agreements can streamline distribution, while complex assets like a business or foreign investments may require more time. Spousal maintenance is based on the dependent spouse's job history and ability to re-enter the workforce, and disputes over these calculations can add to the delay. Working with experienced legal counsel helps address these issues early and keeps the case moving. In the end, there is no single answer to how long a divorce takes in New York. Uncontested divorces may be over in a matter of weeks or a few months, while contested cases often last 6 months to a year. Proper filing, efficient discovery, and cooperative negotiations all contribute to a shorter timeline. The law office of Richard Roman Shum, Esq., a respected law firm in Manhattan, guides clients through each step of the process. For help from an attorney, Contact the law firm at 20 Clinton Street, FRNT 5D, New York, New York, 10002, or call 646-259-3416.